Hey everyone, this is Chris from Strategy Beam, and today we're going to look at the art of repurposing content. This is a very important subject because I know that you're dealing with limited time and resources, and you want to maximize your time and resources as efficiently as you can to drive more sales and more qualified leads to your site. So, how do you do that? Well, the purpose of content, let's first look at that. What's the point of content in your company? The overarching purpose of your content should be that your content needs to be an asset for your company. If your content is not driving leads and driving sales, then it's a waste of time, money, and energy. So the purpose of content should, in one way or another, fulfill these needs for your company. One, drive qualified leads. Lead generation is pretty important. You don't get people to your site who want to buy, they won't buy from you. Engage with your customers. This means actually talking with them on their level, understanding what their needs are, getting to know them so that they feel trusted by you. Building awareness. If you're a startup, you need to get found. Even if you're a large company, you need to get found. When people think of a product or a service, they need to think of you, and the only way to do that is through content. Then you also need to start a conversation. People really want to have a personal connection with brands. People don't buy from companies, they buy from people that they trust. And boost sales. This is pretty important. If you don't make money, you're not going to stay in this for a long time. So content should be able to fulfill these 5 needs in your company, and if it doesn't, it's a waste of time. So why does repurposing matter? Well, we just talked about what content needs to fulfill. So let's actually look at how to repurpose content and the benefits of it for your business. Repurposing content means that you improve the efficiency and the quality of your communication with your customers. This is because content costs time and money. It's not just producing the content, it's researching it, it's producing it, it's optimizing it, it's publishing it, and publishing it across multiple marketing channels. This includes things like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, your blog, emails, your website, whatever else it might be, YouTube, Vine, whatever else to your customers. So thinking about all that, it's almost impossible unless you have a huge marketing team that just chugs out a bunch of content. It's impossible to make content for each one of those channels. So this is where repurposing comes in. And then also consistency. If you're just blogging once a month or you're putting up one Facebook post every year, people are going to forget about you, and the algorithms are going to forget about you too. So consistency is a huge thing. You really want to be everywhere at once when it comes to marketing, if possible. And content repurposing allows you to do this. And then also you need to focus on your business. If you're sitting there just making blog posts that aren't going anywhere, instead of closing deals and making money, then you're probably not going to be in business for too long. So repurposing allows you to really focus on what matters, and that's making money for your business and staying afloat. Ideas for repurposing. So we just talked about what the purpose of content is and also why repurposing content matters. But let's actually look at some ideas for repurposing that your company can do. So just for an example, let's look at this video here that I'm making. It's going to be about 7, maybe 9 minutes or so or whatever. So I record this and then I put it on YouTube. Then once I do that, I go ahead and upload the same video to YouTube and then also Facebook as native content. This just helps with algorithms. Then I take the slideshows that I'm making right here and then I put them onto SlideShare with the same blog post or a modified one that I had from that third point there from the transcription. Then I use quotes from the post and tweets. And again, that's linking back to the blog post that I have. So you see with the same video, I'm using that in 2 different spots. And the slides that I'm using for that video, I'm using in SlideShare. And then from that video, I'm using, I'm transcribing it into a blog post. And that blog post, in one way or another, is being used in about 2 or 3 different spots. So this is all coming from the same work that I'm doing, so I'm not having to repeat that work over and over. And again, that just helps me with focusing on my business, looking at new ways to create results for my clients and other things like that. So here are some other ways that you can repurpose content and really cross-pollinate the content that you're creating across your business. You could take a popular blog post or blog posts and make an ebook. Each ebook should be about 2 to 5 pages. So you could take a blog post and just use something like Print Friendly or some other free program that allows you to repurpose content from a blog post into a PDF. Then you can merge the PDF and then use that as a lead gen. You can link to posts and emails. This is a great way. Since people sign up for your email list, you already know that they're qualified. So if you segment them properly, you could send them to posts that matter and could help with building that relationship and get you some sales. You could turn videos into how-to slides, much like what I'm doing here. You create them into PDFs and then upload them into SlideShare or some other service like that that your customers are turning to. Then also updating old blog posts. You can use tools like Ahrefs or SEMrush to find out what your most popular blog posts are. And then depending on what the needs of your company are at any given time, you can update those blog posts so that it's always relevant for your audience. This also helps with internal linking structure and other SEO kind of tips and tricks for your company to rank well. And since you've already made those blog posts, it's good just to update them. And then finally, you can answer frequently asked questions with blogging. So if you have an FAQ page, you could just take each frequently asked question and then make a blog post for each one that's about 1,000 words long and really optimize it to get found by Google, and Google eats that stuff up. So we've looked at what the purpose of content is, what's the purpose of repurposing, how can you actually do it, how to repurpose content for your business. First and foremost, anything that you repurpose really needs to reinforce your sales cycle. And I don't mean that as in tricking people. I just mean that it needs to be an asset for your company to drive sales. So think about your sales cycle, think about your target audience, think about your ideal customer, and then repurpose your content to really showcase what those people are looking for. And then also think about what channels are important. How you repurpose content will really depend on not only who's reading it, but how they read it and how they consume that content. So if you repurpose a blog post to a video, that's going to look a lot different than repurposing a blog post to a slideshow. So think about how you're going to do it and who you're doing it for. And then use tools to streamline the process. There's a lot of free tools out there to help you with capturing video or turning blog posts into PDFs. So always use tools to streamline the process because, again, the content needs to be an asset and help out your sales cycle. The whole purpose of repurposing content is to reduce the time and stress that it takes you to grow your business. And then also what's realistic for your company. Don't try to go after 15 different channels if you can't do it properly. Start out with 1 or 2 channels and build from there. So there you have it, guys. Thanks a lot for your time today for looking over content repurposing and how you can do it for your business. If you liked the video, please give a like and subscribe down below. Also, feel free to leave a comment about how you're repurposing content and some tips and tricks that you would provide other small business owners, or some ways that repurposing didn't work out for you. We look forward to talking with you on the next video, and thanks a lot for your time on how to make more money online for your business.